Man, I think we're on the cusp of something bad. And by the way, I'm not the first person that's said this, okay? So I'm not pretending that I'm the first person. But it feels like we're on the cusp of a race war. And I say that very reluctantly because I don't really want that to happen. But it feels like that's exactly where we're heading. And it's all because of this woman right here in this viral video. And the idea that somebody recorded her with the intent to expose her, and all it's done is made her famous, and made her famous in all the wrong reasons for the intent for why they were trying to make her famous. And I played the video. She obviously there's a story that so there's a young black kid, I guess, that's trying to take something from her son, and she called the kid the N-word, and then somebody picks up the phone and starts recording as a gotcha. Apparently, from what I understand, the person that recorded her, I don't know for sure, so I'm not going to make any direct accusations, but let's just say this person was not a very upstanding citizen based on what you're hearing. She did not back down. She then continued to say the word over and over again. And now, at the last time I looked, she initially put up a GoFundMe. I believe that the initial goal for the GoFundMe was $100,000. At the last time I looked, she had cleared $400,000 in donations to help her move and to relocate her family because she's being doxxed and threatened and all of this stuff. And in a lot of ways, she's symbolic for a lot of people's frustration over the fact that it's not even that you can't say words as white people. It's that we're told over and over again that a word is offensive, yet that word is being used constantly by the same people we're told that it's that it's offensive. And at the end of the day, words are not offensive. Words are just words. And anytime that you build up this mythical word that apparently you claim it hurts your feelings, yet all you do is call each other that, it's really fucking retarded. And I've seen a widespread reaction to this. Now, the fact that she's made $400,000, there's a meme that's funny that, you could say the N-word and get $400,000. That's funny. That's a meme. What do I think the long-term effects of this will be? I do think that we're kind of heading in the, first of all, let me make it clear. In the big scheme of things, she did nothing wrong. Now, would I suggest calling a child any type of offensive word? Not really. I don't think that's appropriate. However, where were the parents at in this situation? Also, that's a good question that's not being asked right now. Apparently, this kid was alone in a park. Where are the kid's parents at? Why is that not part of the discussion? Now, there could be a simple answer to that question, but I don't know the answer to that question. Where's the kid? Where's the kid? Where's his parents? Why does he not have a adult supervising him at that point in time? So it's a strange situation, and the reaction has been pretty wild. Right here, the black community is attempting to have her children removed from her for saying the N-word. This is exactly why people are donating. That's what the headline said.
And in 2025, this is what you do. And the fact that you did that when that little boy's parents were not around, they were not present. What kind of person are you behind closed?
Where were his parents? Did you just hear what you said? I haven't even listened to this clip yet. Where were his fucking parents? Why would you be more outraged that a child is alone in a park and he's stealing from another child and his parents are nowhere to be found? I got to rewind that.
And in 2025, this is what you do. And the fact that you did that when that little boy's parents were not around.
Where were they?
They were not present. What kind of person are you behind closed doors? I'm fearful of your children. And
why aren't you upset about the fucking parents that are nowhere to be found? Jesus.
hope that they get removed from your care because you are breeding something that a monster. They deserve so much better than you. You are the lowest person. And the people in the comments that are comment anonymously, you picked the wrong fucking thing to be like you. That's a battle you're never going to win. There's people interracing all the time. Everybody's mixed with something. All the problems in the world right now, and you choose to be racist. Blow up her shit. Like, blow it up. Go to her GoFundMe. Report people on that. Get it shut down. She doesn't. $100,000? $100,000 because you're racist?
It's actually $400,000 now. So again, I even said it, man. So Carmelo Anthony, I said that I don't think that GoFundMe should be taken down, because people were upset that, it had, 700,000 or whatever, how much money it was. I'm like, hey, look, man, if people want to give their money, people have the right to give their fucking money. I don't think that we should have some, situation where we pick and choose which GoFundMe and which whatever it's called, Give, Send, Go. I don't think we should be taking them down based on the fact of hurt feelings. If people want to give their money, give their fucking money. So it's the same thing that applies to this chick too. Do I think it's crazy that she's made nearly $500,000 off this? Not really, because I know where it's coming from. I know where the anger and the frustration is coming from. But the whole thing with Carmelo Anthony, like that was fine by me. And so is her GoFundMe being up. She's gone mega viral. She didn't ask for this. She didn't sit there and say, I want to be famous. She was filmed by some creep and told, and the attempt was to make her famous. Well, you made her famous and you're making her very rich. So it's a complete backfire. And so, but I'm seeing a lot of people right now on social media with the use of the N-word, because it's so scary, apparently, even though nobody's really offended by this, by the way. But I'm seeing a lot of people using it right now. And I just think that we're on the cusp of something really bad. And the reason I think it could be really bad is because of the way that the mainstream media, which even though the mainstream media has little to no power anymore, they still influence very retarded people. They influence retarded people, and that is a problem. And so that worries me. We saw what happened with the Summer of Love. We saw how it happened when Barack Obama was president. And the good news is at least President Trump is here now and he's got more power than he's ever had. But I feel like we're on the cusp of something pretty rough right now if we keep going in this direction. And I don't think anything's slowing it down, because I think people are just sick and tired of this shit, man. I really do. And honestly, I think there's a lot of black people that are tired of this shit too. I think there's a lot of black people that are tired of the racial division that's being pushed by the left. I don't think it's necessarily a black versus white thing. I think it's a common sense versus stupid motherfucker thing. That's what I think it is. So here's one of the Cranstonsteins, and he's quote tweeting the GoFundMe thing, with the girl. Urgent, please share and tag Give, Send, Go, who markets themselves as a Christian crowdfunding platform with a goal of being God-centered. Alternatives like GoFundMe. They helped raise $360,000 for a woman who called a child the N-word. Story below. Asmongold 6 minutes ago just responded and says, pathetic Karen, I can speak to the manager behavior. Where was this tweet when Carmelo Anthony Give, Send, Go hit 500,000? In what universe is calling someone a word worse than stabbing someone in the chest with a knife and killing them? Both or neither should be removed. And that's generally, and I'm joking. I know Asmongold doesn't watch me, but Asmongold's the biggest streamer in the world right now. And I like a lot of his takes. He's got a lot of level-headed takes. And I disagree with a lot of what he has to say, but generally it's very level-headed most of the time. Now, I understand his point, though, of both or neither should be removed. That's from the perspective of the cancel mob mentality. But the reality of it is neither should be removed. Neither should be removed. The Carmelo Anthony Give Sin Go should not be removed. And this girl's Give Sin Go should not be removed. And no one else's should be removed, as long as you are not having clear, definitive lines. That's all we need. Clear, definitive lines. If you are not, using something for illegal activity or whatever, like just because people disagree with it, or maybe they got offended over it, it doesn't matter. We just need clear, definitive rules. And that way, when someone breaks the rules, it's easy to understand. And when you're not breaking the rules, it's easy to understand. It's that simple. Look at this. Competitive racism now has leaderboards. So I think she's going to pass. I think she's going to pass Carmelo. I think she's absolutely going to pass him. She's at 463,000 and he was at 519,000. She's going to blow past him. She's going to blow past him. She may hit 1 million. She actually might hit 1 million. Can we vote on this? Woo! That's wild, man. I've not watched this clip. I only bookmarked it. But apparently, guy who filmed the N-word girl in the park addresses the P-word allegations. What do you think? So, if this is real, then here we go.
Flash news to everybody. If investigations are happening on a serious crime which I was being accused of, was in the past, that I've insulted somebody, assaulted, I should say.
How high is this mofo, dude? How high is this
terminology, which has been proven that I have never done anything wrong, and the case was dismissed. Why am I guilty of something in a court of law dismissed? Tell me, why am I? I'm getting death threats.
Oh, poor baby. Poor baby. So you, if this is the person, and I'm just going on the tweet, okay? I'm going on the tweet that's saying that this is the guy. So guy who filmed the N-word girl in the park addresses the P-word allegations. Hey, curious, why did a 16-year-old accuse you of picking her up in Rochester Kiwi trip after she ran away from home after you brought her back to your house and accused you of raping her? When she went back to her foster home, she wanted to play the victim card so attention could not get into trouble. So she said she was assaulted, later admitted after she ruined our lives. If this is the person, this is the greatest piece of karma I have ever seen in my life. This is the greatest piece of karma ever. He recorded this chick and he said, let's see what the internet thinks about you using the N-word. Yeah, guess what? The internet has given her nearly $500,000. If this is the case,